Hello, 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 everyone. We are live and we thank everyone for joining us tonight. Go ahead and hit that share button while I get this music background off. All right, we are super excited. Y'all go ahead and hit that share button because we have one of our nominees that's going to be joining us tonight. We are super excited. This is a beautiful woman of God that is actually joining us tonight. Talk show host and a lot more, because I actually got a chance to read up on her and learn a few things that I didn't know about her that she actually have going on. So tonight we don't want to prolong it. We are here to talk with nominees. So over the next few weeks, you're going to see a lot of the nominees for the Texas Indie Award show up on our platform to talk to us about their nomination, talk to us how they got here, and tell us a little bit about what they have going on. So without further ado, let me give y'all the rules. Y'all already know. We can't see you. So go ahead and hit that heart button, hit that like button, tell us who you are, give us some comments, let my guest, Miss Ashli Cotton, know that you are here. Let's be courteous and show some love. So without further ado, I'm going to bring her to the stage, y'all. Give up the heart, give up the loves for the talk show host herself, Miss Ashli Cotton.
Yay! I am here.
Yes, you are. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. And again, let me say congratulations. Let me get this thing. Got my face cut out. Congratulations on your nomination for Best Talk Show Host for your show. And we just want to bring you on tonight and just kind of ask you a few questions and talk about your nomination. So I'm going to give you a little bit to tell us about you and who you are, and for those out there that don't know.
Okay. Well, my name is Ashli Cotton, and I'm originally from Chicago, South Side. I left when I was 18, so right after high school. I went to Tuskegee University for 2 years, and entertainment kept calling me. So I ended up leaving Tuskegee after 2 years. At the time we were living in Tucson, Arizona, and that's a whole nother story. But eventually I made my way to California. So I wanted to be in entertainment, wanted to be an actress. And so I did background work, extra work, signed up to Central Casting, eventually got a manager, went to Tasha Smith acting class in LA, and really was pursuing it, had some things underneath my belt, was able to create a resume for myself. And it just so happened I was on the set of ER. I was like, I guess you would say a regular background person, but I was on the set of ER. And I was sitting and holding where they have the background talent to wait to be used. And I heard the Lord tell me to do a live talk show, because what ended up happening, I'm originally called to be an evangelist.
Okay.
And so as I was on set, I would always just talk to people. I would just get to know people and just talk to them. And for whatever reason, they would just open up to me. Like, we would be on set for like hours at a time. They would just end up telling me their whole life story. And I found that where it would continually happen, wasn't asking for it, wasn't looking for it. I'm just there, working on my craft. And people would just gravitate towards me. And it wasn't so much me, but it was the spirit that was in me. It was God. And I heard him on the set of ER, and he told me, do the live talk show about testimonies. I didn't know who, what, when, where, why. I just took it and I ran with it. I didn't sit still to get the full understanding. I just said, okay. And eventually, because I just went by faith and I was so tenacious and so energetic and just so determined, he started adding it to me. He told me, don't worry about what to say to pitch to people. I will give you the words to say. And he did exactly that. I did it in Ventura County, which, public access television.
Mm-hmm.
It was Caps TV in Ventura, and then also KD TV or KD Studios in Oxnard, California. So I was doing it at both places. And I mean, you talk about grabbing people off the street, going to people in the church, like, do you have a testimony you want to share with me? Okay, you can come on. And that's how it started back in 2010.
Wow. So, wow, that is so amazing, because I watch your show. So I've watched I don't catch every episode, but I do watch because it's definitely truly an inspiring show. And I see the people come on, and it just like it's a safe space. You can see that you truly offer a safe space for your guests. So that is amazing. And we know it's good because you're here. You're a nominee. So it's a judge out there somewhere that said, hey, we like this show. So tell me this. You got a chance. We're going to talk about the Texas Indie real quick. Now, can you tell us about your reaction when you found out that you were actually a nominee, you were nominated for an award? What was going through your mind when you found out that?
Okay, so a quick sidebar, like even before that, right? I'm gonna get into that, but
go ahead.
The very beginning, Terrence Jackson, who's my producer on the Light Talk show, and he has the Radiotherapy Network studio. He invited me, him and his publicist, they invited me. I got an email to come on to the red carpet to help him to interview for last year, right? Which was the first year. And so I said, okay. And I was just excited to be a part of it, to help him with everything that he was going through, the fact that they would even think about me. And I said, okay, cool. And so I got all dressed up and I went and I was excited. Whatever he needed me to do, I was there as a servant, right? And I was there, and it was funny because I started seeing familiar faces. So it's like me and him were tag teaming. He would interview some, I would interview the ones that I knew within the industry. And then when I was actually at the event, the awards ceremony, there was only one person that was nominated for like the radio podcast talk show. And I was looking at Terrence like, now, wait a minute. It's only one person. About us. You got a show, I got a show. So eventually that I had in my mind that I was going to, I don't know how or when, but I was like, I'm going to be nominated for next year. I'm definitely going to be a part of it next year. And so fast forward, I didn't know anything about logging onto the site. You actually walked us through it on a Zoom, meeting.
Yes, okay, sure did.
And I said, okay, this is it. And I believe that Lucretia told me I was the first one to upload or to sign up. Like I submitted everything I needed to, and it was just a matter of me waiting. What it feels to be nominated, I'm so grateful because first of all, everything that I do it unto the Lord, right? I don't do it for the accolades. I don't do it for recognition. I mean, it's great when it happens, when that is being added onto you, but it's not what I'm looking for. And so the very fact from 2010 all the way up until where we are 2024, 24, and then also with me stopping and going, I got pregnant with my son, and of course out of wedlock. And at the time I was living in San Diego, and I was on K-Praise Christian Network, and I was pregnant with my son. And I remember going into the studio, into the booth, hiding, my stomach, because I didn't want people to say, and the biggest thing that people say with Christians, oh, you a hypocrite, you out here buck wild doing whatever. But I was I was not in a dark place, but I was questioning myself, like, am I worthy to do this because of what happened? Of course I wanted to be married before I had my son, but that just wasn't the case. Right. And it was only by God who had a conversation with me, because I never asked him, well, what do you think? I was okay. Like, well, what do you think? And he told me to read Mary again. Of course, we know about Mary carrying the Savior of the world, Jesus. But the way that he revealed it to me, he said, just because she was carrying the Savior of the world doesn't mean she had it easy and that it was pretty much, easy for her just because she was carrying Jesus. And that really gave me grace and mercy. And so that's what I want to share on the talk show. I know I'm probably, please pull me back if I'm going out.
No. Go ahead. No, ma'am. No, I'm loving the conversation.
I don't want to be long-winded or anything, but that's what I do with the talk show. I want to show people God's grace and mercy, because we're all born into sin and we all fall short of the glory. But my thing is, what he told me is focus on the testimony, focus on the things that I've done for my people and to draw them near. And so that's what my message is.
Wow, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. So what was your journey like? Because you kind of share what was your journey like in becoming a talk show host? Because you shared that you started in California.
Yeah.
And so when you got here, and I hear you saying that you ended up getting pregnant in California.
Yeah, in San Diego.
And then so after that you came here and set up a show.
So I was working at TD Ameritrade at the time in San Diego, and right after my son was born, so he was 1 year old when we moved here, and I was looking for, of course, something affordable because it was me and my son. At the time, we were living with my mom, and I was just looking for something different, for a change. And so I got a job transfer through TD Ameritrade, which brought me originally to Fort Worth because I live like right down the street from where I work. Eventually, the job relocated to South Lake. And then from there, once my son was done with daycare in Fort Worth, and we lived in Fort Worth, after that, I wanted to move closer to where my family was, which was like in Frisco, Louisville at the time. And so we ended up moving to the North Colony, me and my son, when he was just turning 2, actually.
Also, I noticed something that you have a nonprofit organization.
I do. Yep.
Yes. Tell us about that, because that was something I didn't know. So tell me about your nonprofit.
Yeah. So when I was working at TD Ameritrade, before I decided to pick back up the talk show and everything, because it was always in the back of my mind, right? And so because I was a single parent now, on paper, they only see what I'm bringing home on paper, right? My taxes and stuff. But I needed help, and they wouldn't help me because on paper, it's like, well, you're making such amount of money. And I'm like, but that's not what I'm bringing home. Okay. I am struggling. I'm broke. Okay. And then let alone, God forbid, that unexpected expense or something where my car goes wrong or something happens. So I was sitting there one night and I was like, you know what? I want to create something for single mothers and single fathers, because I do help out the fathers as well too, that even if on paper they may make X amount of dollars, but they just are living hand to mouth, right? I want to be able to be in a position where I can help them. Like, we all, sometimes our back is against the wall and we don't have the funds to allocate or to cover everything that come our way, right? So I just wanted to be that pillar within the community to say, listen, your check may have been short or you may not have gotten paid, but you need your light bill paid. Okay, we can assist with helping you with your light bill, or we can assist with helping you with your groceries. And so it's for single parents to really take care of the necessities that they need for their household, for their children.
Wow.
So that is established March 15th of 2019.
And it's called the Life 14.
The Life 14:6, because of John 14:6.
Oh, okay. John 14:6. Okay. Wow. And that is amazing. So do you have a facility? How I think we have the link of the website. How would people, if they needed help, they would just go to your website?
Yeah, they can go to my website. My number is on there. They can give me a call. I still get calls because somehow they find me on Google. And so I do get calls from people saying, hey, is this the Life 14:6? Yes. Can you help with rent? Can you assist with this? Can you assist with that? And I can, based on, what the need is. If it's something that I can handle, I'll go ahead and help, because I understand what that's like. And it probably took some time for them to even ask for help, right?
Wow. So are you located in what city is that?
So I used to have an office in Farmers Branch, and then right after the pandemic, I got it closed down. And
Mhm.
so I'm just operating by email, phone call, social media, however you need to get in contact with me.
Okay. All
Yes.
right. That was good. And when I saw that about you, I was like, oh my God, this is just I mean, this is just amazing. It's always good to give back and to share. So everybody screenshot this this website, because this is definitely some information that we want to be able to provide to the community. And that's just a blessing that you are such a blessing to people out here. Okay, now back to this Texas Indie Filmmaker Award. As a nominee, what do you hope to achieve with your work, both in terms of recognition and the impact on your audience? Because your show is definitely an impact in the community of just by sharing that you have people coming on sharing their testimony. So, what in the both in the terms of recognition as well as impact, what do you hope to achieve? And what, to as inspiring someone else that may want to do what you're doing.
That's wow. That's a lot. I'm first of all, I'm grateful and I'm very excited, to be even recognized and to be nominated, because this is the second time I've been nominated, I believe. But to
Oh,
be on
really?
such a prestigious platform for the Texas Indie Filmmakers Award, I mean, I'm very grateful and lift as well too.
Thank
So
you.
I just want to continue to be an example, to be a light, to speak truth, to speak truth when it's uncomfortable, to speak truth and to stand my ground on that and not to change, because I think people want something that's real. People want something that is truth and not flaky and not watered down. And
Mm-hmm.
so, of course, increase, right? You want God
Yes.
to be able to use you and elevate you, because you go from glory to glory to glory. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for the same message, planting the seed of truth, watering the seed of truth, and then allowing God to be God to bring the increase, but also just to be a light in a dark place of hope, of mercy, of grace and love. And also know that there's correction too. I'm very transparent about myself and what I've been through. I'm also an author, and I've
Oh,
written a book, His Life, My Testimony. And I'm very transparent. And one of the things I said, I can't expect for people to come onto the talk show to bare their soul and to talk about some things that they may have not even shared, what people may not know, and not expect that from me. So I
right.
do make it a very safe space, that there's no judgment here, there's no condemnation here, there's truth here. And I leave it to the discretion of my guests, whatever you want to share. It's not a shock and jock show. It's not, oh, tell us all your business and juicy and all of that stuff. It's based on what you want to give God the glory for.
Right. Love it. Love it. I mean, you just, I could sit and talk to you all day. I mean, consider it. I mean, because I'm just listening to you. You're just so inspiring, and we're living in a world and in a time where it's just so much. Oh, I don't even know what word to use. It's just chaos, confusion, and to be able to be in the presence of someone that's and I see why you call it life, and I'm just subconsciously saying speak life, and that's what you do. You speak live, and I've got a chance to witness some of the people that you've had on your show,
Mhm.
and again, I really admire um, how I witnessed a young man just recently, and he got on there shedding tears, and you see him as this big guy, and he went in, and I'm up there shedding tears
Yeah,
but
because it's the vulnerability, right? Like
yes,
the mask, the facade, everything that society and people try to put on us, the labels, right? But for this
yes.
1 hour that I have with you, and especially with my spirit of discernment that God has given me, I can look past the surface. I can look past what's in front of me and really cut to the chase, not in an embarrassing or
Mm,
menacing way, but when people when people tear up, I'm like, okay, vulnerability. And that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. So now what do I do with this? Because there's a lot of different dynamics that's playing. This is not a scripted show. So what you see is what you get. It's live.
Okay.
So if a person, gets upset, angry, or I never had that before, but I'm glad. But I'm just saying, whatever you see, with the questions that I ask and the fact that people actually trust me to come onto the show because they don't know what I'm going to ask.
Right.
Wow. They don't know how it's going to go. And so I'm just grateful for that because I have, like I said, a lot of dynamics. I'm listening to the Holy Spirit. I'm listening to them. The questions that I'm asking, I'm like, okay, should I go here or should I not go here? Like,
Wow. But that's, like I say, that's definitely truly a gift to be able to sit and talk to people and have them so comfortable because everybody's not comfortable with everyone. But for you to be able to, and that's not one time that I've seen that happen. So you truly do have a gift to be able to make people feel comfortable enough to be able to express. And we need people like you because there's so many people nowadays that are committing suicide and simply because on the outside, we see them as these strong people, but inside they are messed up and torn down and got this facade, I got to be this tough guy. But at the end of the day, they need somebody like you to talk to.
Right. I mean, when I tell you, Miss Jeanette, that I've been through it. I was molested at 3 years old. Completely shut down, couldn't talk. My mother, my father sent me to a psychiatrist because they just thought something was wrong with me. I had the only thing that made me snap out of it is because the psychiatrist, they gave me these cognitive puzzles to do, right? These shapes and animals and puzzles that you have to put together. I didn't want to do it. For one, being stubborn, I just didn't want to until the psychiatrist or doctor or whatever came to my dad, who took me to the Michael Reese hospital at the time. And he told my dad, he said, I'm sorry to tell you, but your daughter's just retarded. And that struck a chord in me because I'm like, wait a minute, retarded? I don't know what that means, but that don't sound too good to me. So I went ahead and did the puzzles. And then they came back over to the table and said, okay, do this again. And then, of course, in the book, I said my dad leaned over to me and said, if you don't do these puzzles, I'm going to whoop your ASS, because my dad cursed. And that got me going to do the puzzle. So I came out of that. I've tried to commit suicide 2 times.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And I mean, because my thing is that I'm an all or nothing person. Either I'm going to be in 100% or I'm just
yes. Right.
I can't do the middle. I can't be lukewarm. I can't straddle the fence. And so I told the father, I said, if this is all that you have for me and this is all that you're going to have me to go through, you can take me now. I'm tired of this. I mean, I've really been in some places. I, was a caregiver to this gentleman by the name of Orville Wright. And I lived in his home for, I want to say 3 years, vacuuming, cooking, cleaning, washing clothes and, taking him to the commissary, and just being, let's say, on the back row of being developed by God, being humbled by God, being built up by him, my character, my integrity. It was a lot that I had to walk through and go through. So I can identify with my guests in some way. And that's why I don't pass judgment on them like, what? You did that? You went through that? That's what I just can't, because of all the things that I had endured in my own life.
Wow. I mean, and you are truly an overcomer. Truly an overcomer. I mean, for the little bit that you shared with us, truly an overcomer. So, dang, we only got 5 minutes. Let me ask you this. Have you got that cowboy hat and those boots or whatever you wearing? Are we going Western? Are we going formal? What's the attire looking like for you?
I am going formal. And I actually reached out to my childhood friend from elementary school. Her name is Shantae Ponder, I believe, or I don't know if she got married, but Shantae, she's a clothing designer. And
Okay.
so I reached out to her and see if she can give me a gown. I'm gonna go formal for the red carpet. So I'm excited.
Yes, yes. So we got the attire working and everything. So, all right then. I mean, we are truly honored to have all the nominees coming out. We wanted to just take a few minutes to break and just sit down and chit chat with you all. We got some more hosts that are going to be coming out hosting for the first time. These are members of Ladies in Film and Television, so they've actually been taking behind the scene classes on becoming a talk show host. So you are definitely an inspiration to all of us because they're going to be able to start hosting and talking to some of the nominees. So we're really excited about bringing that opportunity out for them. So what advice? We're going to close out with this question. What advice? And don't rush. What advice would you give to someone that want to be a talk show host, don't know what to do or had never done it before, but just want to get out here and do it? What would you tell that person?
I would tell them to go for it. I really would tell them to do your research. It's just not about hosting it, like doing your research, getting, prospective guests, and make sure that your show is of quality. Be consistent, with what you want to do. Know your content, your subject matter, your audience, and take it one day at a time. And as you're stepping out on faith, the things will come to you. It'll be added to you. The people, the studio, the equipment, you will begin to add. Like, I have my microphone, my camera, my phone, my cords and stuff. Like, all of that stuff was building blocks that I had to do. So don't be afraid to start where you at. Even if you have to start on your iPhone or you have to start on your laptop, StreamYard or whatever, and you don't have a studio, that's okay. Start with what you have, and then eventually it'll begin to build.
Right, right. I like that. I love that, especially the part of stepping out on faith. A lot of times we allow fear to overcome us, and fear will keep us from what God really has for us. What do you think about fear?
Well, fear is false evidence appearing real, right? I mean, God didn't give
Yes.
you a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. And one thing I know, which I've had to done, is I had to run towards it. If I was really afraid of something, which I really try not to be, I just know if I run towards it, if I attack it first, then it won't get the best of me. It won't get the best of me. And I know that may sound like a little, but I'm telling you, if you go towards it first and you attack it first, it has to bow down.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it right there. And I agree with you. You got to face fear head on.
You do.
You really do. You have to face fear head on.
I mean, I can't count how many times I've been so nervous to interview people on the red carpet. I mean, mispronounce a name. I don't know what to ask them. I get maybe their title is something that they're here for, messed up. But you just keep going and you get better each and every time.
I like that. You know what? I'm so glad that and I love your transparency. I'm so glad that you said that because we have some people that are going to be doing on the red carpet this year as well. First time, some of our members, and that is kind of scary when you get out there and forget some things. But like you say, you got to keep rolling with it. You just can't stop. You just got to keep it going. I got one more question. I said that was the last question. What was because you just brought that up. What have been one of your, I guess, how do I want to word this? A situation where you feel like, oh my God, I just really messed up, whether it was on the red carpet or whether you was on your talk show. Was there any time that you may have done something or said something?
Yes.
And how did you fix that?
I haven't even put this interview out, but I was on the red carpet. I was invited by Evelyn, the playwright, to come out to her. And she actually, invited me to come out and do red carpet interviews, to interview the cast at her latest play that she just, did. And it was a famous couple. It was a husband and a wife.
The Grant.
And you know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
They were yes, a husband and wife. They worked together. They were in the play. And he was standing on my right side and she was standing on my left side. And it was the Grants. And so I understood, I was translating what he was saying, like, yeah, my lovely wife. But I was so nervous and there was a lot going on that I was just like stuck. And I was interviewing him and I was talking to him, asking him questions. And I was like, okay, well, thank you for stopping by, the red carpet for the Life Talk show. And he was like, well, wait a minute, my wife. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. Mrs. Grant. Yeah. And so I was like completely, blank. I had it all together. I knew what I was going to say, how I was going to pivot between them two, but I just went blank. And so I had to recover. But their reaction, very nice, very respectful, but you could tell they was like, like, you need to go back into school or something to like learn something. I don't know. But I was really nervous. And that was probably my first time ever. Not even my first time, but that one stuck out to me because I kept kicking myself like, oh, how could I have said that? How could I have done that?
Wow. Well, things happen, and hey, but the thing of it is working around it and getting it right. So you didn't stop. You just like, oh, okay. Come on over here. Let me talk to you.
Yes. And even if I have to have a cheat sheet like of names, characters, titles or whatever that I can go back to and just eventually, pivot from, then that's okay too. You want to put your best foot forward and you want to do it with a spirit of excellence. So there's always room to grow.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%. Well, I just want to tell you again, thank you so much, Ashli, for coming on. Again, congratulations on your nomination. We can't wait to see you next month at the event. And for those of you that want to actually come to Texas Indie Filmmaker Awards, you can actually go to our website at www.ladiesinfilm.org and you can get your tickets there. Definitely come on out and enjoy. We're going to have a good time. We're going to be out there we're going to have Friday night, our mixer and networking event, and then Saturday is the actual event. So red carpet and all the big stuff. So we're really excited about that. And as I'm going to we have a big announcement to make after. I have another guest getting ready to pop in. I think he was ended up on the Zoom call as well. So we're trying to get him the right information so he can get it in. So I just sent it to him. But we got a big announcement. So if you log off here, definitely jump in on the YouTube and listen to this big announcement that we're going to make. And y'all get a chance to get it made during y'all hour. So thank y'all for coming, showing up. And is there any closing words that you would like to give to everyone that's listening? I see you done got a lot of amens out here from Michaela and Katie. And so if it's any closing word, inspiration that you want to leave before you go, the floor is yours.
I just want to say to all the creatives, whether you're working behind the camera, in front of the camera, writer, director, producer, let's just keep going. All of us, there's enough for everyone to go around. And I'm just grateful to be amongst, the nominees also who are in the category of the, talk show hosts, and also just being there again, but this time being nominated, going from interviewing on the red carpet to being nominated. I'm grateful for it all, Miss Jeanette. I'm thankful, to Lucretia and to Texas Indie Filmmaker Awards and to Live, Ladies in, Film and Television. It's definitely something that's needed here in Dallas to be recognized amongst your peers. So I'm grateful for that. And even to the judges, just not even knowing me, but just saw the show and decided to nominate me. So I just count it all joy. I'm really grateful. And so let's just keep going.
All right. I love that. That's the way you close out, girl. Well, thank you so much for joining and have a wonderful day, and log back on so you can hear this big announcement that I'm going to make during y'all hour, but after my next interview. And I see next guest is backstage. So good night, Miss Cotton.
Good night, guys. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. So everybody, we have next coming to the stage. I'm so excited about this project. I actually got a chance to go in and watch these projects and films and all this good stuff. So we have Huey Rawls, and I hope I'm saying the last name correct because y'all know I can't mess up. He's a filmmaker and also a nominee for the Texas Indie Filmmaker Awards. So without further ado, y'all, remember they can't see you, but we can see those hearts that you are putting up there. So y'all know how to give love, right? Go ahead and give some love to my next guest, award nominee Huey Rawls.
Hey.
There you go. I'm so sorry. you got caught up in the Zoom. And hopefully everybody that's looking, we have it set up through Candidly to book. It just started booking Zooms. I'm like, we didn't tell you to book Zoom. We're gonna be on StreamYard. So we're gonna fix that to make sure nobody else end up on Zoom. But this is where you need to be, and we're excited that you are here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Just thank you for just inviting me to the platform. I really appreciate it.
You are more than welcome. So tell everybody about you, the film that you entered, whatever information you want to share, and then I got a few questions for you.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm Huey Rawls. You did say it right, like Lou Rawls. You'll never find. But yeah, I'm a music video director based out of Dallas, Texas. I also do filmmaking. I've been doing this for over 15 years. Passionate about filmmaking. Jeanette, I think we actually met a long time ago.
Really?
I think through Michaela.
Dr. Michaela?
Dr. Michaela. Yes.
Yes. Okay, where were we? I'm old now. Where were we?
I was just really starting my professional career.
Okay.
And Michaela gave me a project to edit. And I remember coming across you. I think you were writing like the plays or whatnot.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, I remember. And, just to see where you're at now with this platform and you're recognizing other creatives, thank you. Thank you for the acknowledgement.
Thank you. Really. That is so sweet. And I know we're Facebook friends. So when I went to look you up, I'm like, well, we're friends on Facebook.
Yeah. I'm kind of low key, I move behind the scenes, every now and then, but yeah, I'm here. We're here.
Let me ask you this: you entered your film into the show, to the award show, and the judges, so that everybody know, Lyft has nothing to do with this, y'all. This goes straight. Right. We have LA judges, Atlanta judges. We try to get everybody out of Texas because we didn't want nobody saying, y'all trying to be funny. No, we're not trying to be funny. We didn't want to have nothing to do with this. So everyone that was picked, you definitely should be honored because it's nothing like being able to get feedback on your project, on what you're doing. So let me ask you this. I asked Ashley this same question. Now, you entered your project. Right. What was your reaction? Because we had 65 projects. So what was your reaction when you found out that your project actually made it as a nominee?
Grateful. Filmmaking is hard. It's not something, I know a lot of us makes it look easy, just pick up a camera and just go it. But a lot of times we're putting out blood, sweat, and tears. We're shooting these projects for no budget, minimum crew. And just to be recognized, it's major. And I'm humbled, I'm grateful. And I'm just excited to see where else it goes.
All right. I love that. And you are so right. Let me tell you. And this is the coolest thing about indie, because, after you go through and we start getting all the cards together, try to see who got what. And only in the indie world where you're going to see the same person who is the writer, the director, the producer. Only in the indie world are you going to see this. Some of them are even an actor.
Right. Right.
This one man show. So you are so right. There's a lot of work that goes into these projects. And you're right, we do make it look easy because you got to get the script, you got to get the crew, you got to edit, you got to film.
Right.
It's a lot of work. So
Right.
can you share any behind the scenes stories or challenges you faced during your production?
Absolutely. So for Donna's Dream actually started out as like a silent music video.
Okay.
I
Oh,
wanted,
really?
yes. Dominique, we went to film school together. She majored in acting. I did film at KD Conservatory in Dallas.
Okay.
And so we would collaborate a lot because we would collaborate with the actors and whatnot. And so, she reached out. She was like, "You got something for me?" I was like, "Yeah, I need to get back on the narrative tip." So I wrote this short script, no dialogue, and we wrote it based to this song by Mally Music. It's called Johnny and Donna. That's where we got the name Donna.
I like
And
Mally.
yeah, Molly's good. And the song is basically about this artist, this dreamer, and he's in this relationship with his significant other, and she doesn't understand his lifestyle. So we wanted to try to kind of capture that in a silent film. But once we got done with it, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is really good. How could we kind of try to form this and more into a story and try to create something different? So of course we had to work with, everyone that's involved, schedule. So we came up with this experimental love story is what we came up with. And we submitted it to a couple places and now we're here.
Wow. And that film is definitely something, different. You see, for you to produce this film, and it's no dialogue, y'all, like he said, but it was, the actors was just so dynamic in portraying everything. And I got a chance to go in and look, and the judges was very impressed because we know they were, because you're here. You're here. Let me tell you, we had a lot of short films, and for you to make it, I think the top, all of y'all was we picked the top 5. And so to be able to get there, that's just amazing. To be able to have a gift like that, to create something that dynamic with I'm just being honest, because I like to talk. I'm like, how did he do that?
Yeah.
Like, what inspired? What made you do it with no dialogue?
I just wanted the actors to kind of emote everything, just to see the emotions, see their eyes, and them to just act it out. That's originally what it was intended for, and it just became something bigger than that. And I'm just really thankful, Are
you planning to do any? Have you entered any other festivals or anything else with it?
I have. We've got accepted, I want to say 7 film festivals we got accepted to.
Wow.
So yeah, they'll be planning out this year. And this is a 5-minute short film. So, this is definitely not my, what do you call it, your magnum opus. It's not my magnum opus, my life's work. But it's definitely something that, that'll keep you busy for the plans for the future.
Right. And I'm glad I wasn't going to tell how long it was, since you said how it was 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's really inspiring because, we think you got to go shoot these feature films, or you got to go shoot, these, even a short 25 minutes or whatever. But you came with a 5-minute film and wowed the judges.
Wow. That's amazing. Storytelling doesn't have a time limit. It's all about this. It's all about the story. And we got more coming. For sure.
So is that the only? How many films have you produced?
Oh, quite a few. Dana's story was a story that I collaborated with Dr. Angela Smith. And it won like maybe over 15 awards. Now this was back in 2017. And it was basically like my first big project out
I
of
think
film.
I've seen that. What was I've seen that out there somewhere. Dana's story.
Right. It's been on streaming. It's been on a couple of platforms. And you know, I shot this back in 2017.
Okay.
Well, me and Angie, we're working on a documentary right now. That's called "He Never Came Home." So we're close to, you know, finishing production on that. And yeah, it's a great story. So I got a couple more projects in the works.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's good. And you went to KD. When did you graduate from there?
Yes, ma'am. Went to KD 2014 through 2016.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so filmmaking is where are you going? What do you think about the industry here in Texas as where it is now and where it will be probably in the next 5 years?
Dallas is taking over.
I like that.
You can turn on Tubi and see all of Dallas right now.
Yes.
I'm extremely proud. You know, again, filmmaking is not easy, and for I'm friends with a couple of actors and a couple of producers here in Dallas, and I'm just inspired by the work that they're doing. And
Yes.
you know, I'm excited, you know, for the future. You know, my dream would be that we all learn to collaborate and work together and try to use resources that we all have. And you know, if a certain person is good in this area, hey, let's use him for the writing, the screenplay. Just use this person to be the DP. This person is strong in directing. They have a track record of directing. Let's use this person. You know, we can be the Atlanta, you know, here.
Exactly. And
Absolutely.
you know what? You just spoke about our organization, Ladies in Film and Television, and that's exactly what we are. That was the whole purpose of the organization. It was to bring in the different skill sets we all have, which I like to write. I have a lot of acting friends that act. I have Freddie Watkins, who started out as a photographer, who is now filming everybody's stuff, editing everybody's stuff. He's so big now. I'm like, you started with me. Right. Now I gotta book you.
Hey, that's like how it be. That's how it be.
I gotta book him now.
Let me check my calendar. See what's up.
Send me his calendar. I'm like, what? Okay, but you know, but I'm proud of you, but I don't like this. But no, seriously, I'm very excited for him. And that's the whole purpose of Ladies in Film and Television. You know, Freddie is actually our president. A lot of people think, is it just for ladies? No, it's for men, women. We're here to collaborate and create. And you said a mouthful, but we learned how to work together in Dallas, Dallas and Texas, period. Man, we will definitely take over because there's so many people are coming here to shoot.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm just thankful. I'm thankful, you know.
Yes.
So the possibility is endless, you know. Who knows where we're gonna go from here.
Exactly. So let me ask you this. As a nominee, what do you hope to achieve with your work, both in terms of recognition and impact on your audience?
I want to show different perspectives, different human interactions, so to speak. I want to do, you know, different stuff. You know, I think everybody has a different, unique journey. Yes. That they go upon this world. And I think it's so many different stories that we can tell visually on film. And I just want to tap into that. I want to do something no one has seen before, or at least provoke something just thoughtful, you know. I like Jordan Peele's movies, like, you know, Nope, Get Out, movies that leave you, when you leave, it's like you got all these different perspectives and different layers, and it's like, what is right, what is wrong? It's really not a right or wrong. It's whatever your perspective may be on it.
Right.
So, you know, I just want to keep creating thought-provoking films. That's what I want to do.
Right. I love that. And that's the key. And the key thing is that every writer, there's different genres. We are all different. And like you say, we should definitely get out here and just be creative in whatever you do, however you write, and make it, I like thought-provoking films. I want to be able to leave and be like, man, or even wondering what happened next. I mean, I love it when it makes me want more. Like, hey, what's going to happen in this? Is this a sequel coming? You want to be able to pique people's interest in that manner. I mean, it's amazing when you're able to grab people like that. So thought-provoking is definitely what we want to do out here in this industry. So what advice would you offer to an aspiring filmmaker who's just starting out in the industry? Because I know what it was like when I started out. Oh Lord, that'll be a whole hour interview, but I don't know. You might have had a lot easier than I did when I got out here. But what would that advice be?
Just do it. You don't need me. You don't need a fancy camera. You can go out and get your phone and shoot an award-winning film if you want to. It's a lot of variables that go into filmmaking, and you just got to have the courage to do it. And once you do it, you don't have to go to film school. Your film school is that first production, because you're gonna come across some stuff that I didn't know about sound. I didn't know about set design. It's all these different avenues, but once you go through that process, it builds you for the next thing. So you just got to do it.
Yes. And that's so true, because I never went to film school. I went to no film school.
No film school. I was there too. I went to when I went to KD, I was shooting beforehand. Okay. And I was kind of like, I know everything. I know how to shoot. Like, what they gonna tell me? Like, I'm gonna go in here and show out. And it was humbling to learn about screen direction. That once you pick a side in a film in a certain scene, you stay on that side. You don't shoot outside of that side, and that's how you stay on screen direction. And when you go outside of that side, it crosses your eyes, and you'll look at some movies and you'll be like, what just happened? Well, the camera angle switched to the wrong side. But it's just things like that I didn't know. And so knowing that now, it builds you for the next thing.
Wow. And see, and that's the thing is, and I know I'm a big YouTube university. I'm always looking for some type of information or some classes to get in. Would you advise someone to go to film school? Or do you think they could actually do it on their own and learn? I mean, people have different perspectives on that.
I think that's up to the individual. A lot of people I look up to didn't go to film school. The Tarantinos, the Stanley Kubricks and all them, they didn't go to film school, but you got the Spike Lees that went to NYU. But a lot of people, Ava, she didn't go to film school, and look at Ava now, I think the most important aspect you have to have is the ability to have humility and the ability to keep learning.
Right.
As long as you have that and that drive, you don't need film school. Like you said, you can go to YouTube University or anywhere. And I'm on YouTube University too. I never stop learning, and I never get to a point where I think I know everything.
Well, I love that. I love that, because that's the thing, is that we all have we all will continue to learn. I mean, throughout our life, it is like Lucretia said. You're right, Lucretia. It's a process. It's definitely a process, and I teach acting. I've been teaching acting for I don't even know how long I've been teaching, but every class, I learned something new. Either I had read that before, or I didn't get that understanding about it. But every class, when I come in, me and my students are walking through something different. or something, or exploring something new or something different. So you're always going to have an opportunity to learn. The more I teach, the more I learn, because I'm constantly out there researching things. And if they come to me with questions, I'm like, I don't know about that. I'm going to go out. Now, guess who's learning now? Me. Because now I got to go figure out these answers so I can come back and tell them this. So it is a process, Lucretia. We always learning, you know, going to film school, like you say, is to each his own. You know, I never went, I took acting classes in college. I went through my whole school of, you know, high school in theater, in performing arts. I was always in performing arts from kindergarten on up. So it's all about what you want to do, right?
And, you know, acting workshops that, like you mentioned, you teach acting. So like as an actor, those are very important, you know, because that builds muscle memory. It's just like going to the gym, working out. You know, you got to work it out. If you're a filmmaker, you got to shoot stuff. And, you know, that's how you build your portfolio, and that's how you build your knowledge in the industry. You know, you just got to go out and do it.
You just said something earlier about shooting with your cell phones. What do you think about people that have you ever shot anything with your cell phone, and edited in a movie or anything?
I shot with the DJI Osmo with the phone, but you're really just using your phone as a monitor. It has its own camera, but there was a film, I'm trying to think of the name there was a film that made it to Netflix that was shot on like iPhone 13, 14.
Oh, yes. I can't think of the name either.
Yeah. But technology is so crazy right now. Like the iPhone 15, the camera on that thing is like, they're doing comparison videos to that camera versus the Sony full frame that's worth like $3,500 versus this phone you can get through your carrier. Yeah. I mean, just use the tools that you have. You know, again, it's all about the story. If you can make a compelling story, who cares what you shoot it with? You know, you just gotta go for it.
Wow. Well, I am super excited to just meet you, to have you as a nominee. We're really excited about all the nominees that have actually were selected this year. Is truly a blessing to us that you guys even took your time to enter your projects and allow our judges to grade them. So we want to tell you thank you as well for just coming in and just being a blessing to us by just trusting us with your project. So thank you so much. Tonight we have you're gonna actually get a chance to share this space with me. An announcement, but before I do my announcement, is there anything I missed, anything you want to say, any projects you got coming up, anything that you want to tell us, or any just words of encouragement that you want to leave with us before you do this with me tonight? So go ahead.
Yeah, just shout out to the cast and the crew of the short film. You know, thanks for working with me. Thank you to all my supporters. Dr. Angie, you know, we're working on a great, compelling film. I can't wait to share that with everybody. You know, if anybody that's shot a music video with me, you know, I appreciate any support, my family, everything. So, you know, appreciate it. Appreciate you, Jeanette, for this platform again, and just for having me. And yeah, I'm excited for the future.
You're more than welcome. And hey, y'all hear him? He said he shoots music videos. So for those that we got 3 nominees in the music video category. So y'all, when it's time to come out, you make sure you have the your information for them. So I don't know if you shot any of those videos. I didn't see your name, but make sure y'all connect, because hey, that's gonna be pretty cool. Y'all connect.
And last but not least, all glory to God, the higher power, the higher source. Can't forget him. Hallelujah.
Yes. Hallelujah. You can't leave that one out.
Can't leave that one.
Yes. All right. We got some people out here. Look at here. The Hollywood director. Boy, you got a base. Look at that.
That's my people.
All right. Well, y'all, we want to thank Huey again for jumping on, and he's gonna stay on just for me to make this big announcement tonight because we just got the news in today, and I'm like, I can't keep nothing, like an old broke down refrigerator, can't keep nothing. I'm super excited about our Texas legend. We had put Huey, we had put a post out asking people to nominate or give us some ideas of who they think should be the honoree for our Texas Legend Award for this year. And so we actually finally got feedback from her team that they confirmed that she will be our honoree. So I'm going to actually pull up her picture, and then we're going to close out with this one. But y'all, I'm so excited. So let me get her up. We're going to see if you know who this is, Huey. So let me find let me make sure I'm sharing stuff right. Hold on, y'all. I'll be on here messing up. Huey, I probably need to hire I need to hire me a producer.
You're a one-woman show?
Yes, I'm a one-woman show. But you know what? I'll be doing my best. Let me see. So give me a second. I didn't save this somewhere. Now, where did I save it? See, I'm about to get. I actually got some producers in training, so they're gonna be on here soon helping me out because I will definitely have stuff everywhere. So wait a minute. Let me see. I did save it. Now, where did I save it? I can't. Y'all hold on. Don't get impatient. Don't get impatient. Oh, I found it. Okay. All right. Here we go, y'all. We are so excited, y'all. This is truly a blessing to have her in the house next month. So now let me get back to my screen sharing. They tell me, who is it? Who is it? Hurry up, Jeanette, find your stuff. Y'all, we are super excited to announce tonight that our honoree for the Legend Award is none other than Miss Irma P. Hall herself.
Well deserved.
Can y'all see?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah. So she is the 2024 Texas Legend Award honoree, and we are super excited. Her family was super excited about her being the honoree, and y'all know that she has been the pillar in Dallas, holding it down, doing some amazing things. Even at her age, she's still performing and just being that light to the world. So we're super excited to have her. And see, y'all got a chance to get the news first. And we're super excited to have you, Huey, again. We want to tell you thank you so much. Congratulations on your nomination. Let me ask you one more question before we go. What you wearing? What you wearing?
I'm gonna be decked out. I'm gonna have my cowboy hat, my cowboy boots. It's going down. It's going down in a major way.
In a major way. All right. You got the big cowboy buckle? What's on the belt buckle?
I need
you
to
gotta work on that. Yeah, work on that. Yeah. You gotta come with that big old look. You want to be a cowboy with that big old buckle bigger than your waist.
It's going down. It's going down.
I can see it. I can see it. I see the vision already on the red carpet. Yeah. Well, I'm super excited about it. We all are. We want to, on behalf of Ladies in Film and Television and Texas Indie Filmmaker Award, we thank you for accepting the nomination that you received. And we are more than honored. We're going to definitely roll out the red carpet to you guys. And we want to continue to just honor you. So thank you. And all of you, for those of you that have not, this is a plug. We have classes, y'all, that are free. Last night, we opened up with the entrance to the classes. We got attorneys that are coming on. These are for nominees and the community. So y'all go to our website and click on these. We have an attorney. He's an entertainment lawyer. Guys, y'all want to get on there and pick his brain. He's going to talk about things that you need for your business. If you don't have a business, if you are in this entertainment industry and you have not set yourself up as a business, or if you do not have your LLC, or you need to get in these classes, they are free. We have marketing executives coming on. They're going to be talking about taxes. They're going to be talking about business planning, how to set yourself up. And last but not least, we have Truist Bank. They're going to close out the workshop. That's the last workshop of March that we're doing. And Truist Bank is coming on to talk about funding, how you, with your business, how you can get money. So y'all, we have it set up for you guys. So Huey, I don't know if you registered for any of those classes yet, but get on them. We sent you the email and you can register for them all at one time. I've been seeing people doing one at a time. No, guys, you don't have to do that. You can add all of the classes to your cart and check out at one time. So we want to share that with everybody, and we're super excited to invite any of you out to the classes. Huey, again, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and give us some words of encouragement, and we're going to close out. Y'all not going to hear from me anymore. Huey, close out for us.
Hey, if you tuned in, I appreciate you. Appreciate all the comments. I'm gonna go back and read everybody's comment. Hey, just keep making art. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, don't let anybody deter you from your dream. You know, just go out and get it. And let's go.
Let's go. I like that. Well, y'all heard what he said. Let's go, y'all. Good night, everybody. Thank y'all so much for joining in. Share the video, share the live, and keep supporting these independent artists out here. We need y'all, okay? We need y'all. Thank y'all again. Good night. Good night, everybody. Good night, Huey.
Good night.